Friends, in front of Mr. Swick's house, after crossing the road, there are elms. Behind those trees across the wall is Brookfield School. The color of this school is brownish-red, and its main building is quadrangle. That is, it has 4 angles, and beyond it, there are big playgrounds. This school was built in the 18th century during the era of Queen Elizabeth. When this school was built, it was just a grammar school and was small. During the era of George I, new buildings were added to it, and it spread far and wide. Friends, this school could not become a first-class school like other schools. It could not compete with Harrow, but it saw a lot of ups and downs. Sometimes the reputation of this school would go down, and the number of students would also decrease. Sometimes this school would become very famous. After the Napoleonic Wars, the reputation of this school fell down, and then a headmaster in c. 1840. A man named Weatherby came and improved this reputation to a great extent. Brookfield School was a second-class school. Despite being a second-class school, it produced some great people, including judges, members of parliament, administrators, and bishops, i.e., religious people. But most of the children who came out of it were merchants or manufacturers. Friends, when Mr. Chips first came to this school, he was not a very good teacher, and the degrees he had were also not top-class degrees, but normal C degrees, and his teaching skills were also quite normal. So a normal man like Mr. Chips could only be accepted by a normal school like Brookfield. And apart from this, Mr. Chips did not have any family connections due to which he could get a job as a teacher or headmaster in a good school. So Brookfield, which is a second-class school, accepted a teacher like Mr. Chips. When Mr. Chips was young and taught in Brookfield School, he wanted to become a headmaster, or at least a senior teacher in a good school. But due to lack of ability and family connections, he always stayed in Brookfield. And after spending about 10 years in Brookfield, he became comfortable here and started feeling happy. When Mr. Chips turned 40, he became more comfortable in the school and started feeling relaxed, and when Mr. Chips turned 50, he became the most respected person among all the staff of the school. And when Mr. Chips turned 60, his respect increased so much that whenever there was a dinner or party in Brookfield School, they would welcome Mr. Chips as a guest of honor. And when he turns 65 years old, he retires and starts living in the house of Mrs. Wickett opposite the school. When it was Mr. Chips's last day in school, he was given a check on which there was some amount, and apart from this, a desk and a clock were given to Mr. Chips as a gift. And after this, the students celebrated a lot and expressed their happiness. And Mr. Chips gave a last speech. After that, Mr. Chips' career ended.